Hey guys, Komurasaki here. Super excited to talk about chapter 938. Oda did it yet again, threw a bunch of curveballs at us, answered a couple questions, but super interesting, very short chapter. Let's get into it. So ultimately, right away here on the cover page, we do have Crocodile, and it's really funny how Oda does this. The title of the chapter is called Her Secret. So it's pretty funny that a long time ago people were theorizing that this secret that Crocodile was holding from Ivankov was actually that he used to be a woman. I personally don't think this is the case, you guys. I think that Crocodile was actually a revolutionary back in the day, and that's what Ivankov was holding over him. But that's a separate story. I did make a video about that if you guys want to dig into that. But ultimately, it's funny how Oda ties these things together. I think it's a little fan-pleasing with the cover page in a couple of ways here. Jumping right into the chapter here, we do have Zoro once again in Ringo. It flashes right back to where we ended off. And yes, Zoro did take out Kamazu the killer here. So Kamazu stabbed him with that scythe. He took the scythe out of himself here. He's bleeding all over the place. Went three-sword style and just annihilated Kamazu the killer here. So absolutely epic scene. Yes, he took him out. The problem was, yes, he did get stabbed with this scythe, and we see him actually pass out. And a lot of people I know are just pissed that Zoro got taken out by a single attack like this. After we've seen him absorb all of Luffy's pain that he took way back on Thriller Bark, we were thinking Zoro's this unstoppable force, and now we actually have him collapsing to the ground in front of Gyukimaru, this Benkai-looking guy that's standing on the bridge protecting this thing, hoarding all these weapons. But we actually see Zoro pass out in front of him as the guy turns away and walks back to the bridge. He's not going to kill Zoro when he's down here. So yes, we have Komurasaki and Otoko actually take Zoro and go off and heal him here. Next it pans to Inuarashi, and he's actually spreading word to Kinemon that yes, this crescent moon tattoo and this secret symbol have both been leaked. Yes, it seems like there is some kind of insider. Kinemon's shocked. They're thinking, what are we going to do? There's some kind of panic going on here. There's some minks in the background, and they're looking worried. Carrot's there. She's worried. Then it pans over to the flower capital, and people are also worried. They're talking about how Orochi and Kaido are sending out, and they're capturing everyone with the crescent moon on their ankle here. So everyone's panicking. And you guys, why I think this is awesome, and I think this could be a secret thing that's happening right now. So we have Kyoshiro, and yes, we found out he didn't actually fully kill Komurasaki, or even if she did, she has some kind of devil fruit, maybe the Nikomata devil fruit. I made a video about that, allowing her to survive once from death. But essentially here, it means that Kyoshiro is a good guy. And yes, it flashes over to the Pleasure District, and we have Kyoshiro again. And I think what could actually be happening here is he found out about this secret symbol and these crescent moons, and he may actually be rounding up people, and he's actually not taking them hostage and prisoner. He's actually rounding them up, and he is a part of the Kozuki clan, and he's a part of the alliance. And I believe he's actually rounding up all these people, and he's going to be able to unleash them and bring them to the war against Orochi later. I do think Kyoshiro is the protector. He's been protecting Komurasaki all this time. I made a video about that a while ago too, guys. I believe Kyoshiro is a good guy, and he's going to have an epic impact towards the end of the Wano arc here. Another quick mention, in the Pleasure District, while we're looking at Kyoshiro and he's actually talking to one of his comrades, they bring up to him that the wake of Komurasaki is not actually happening, so no one's going to see this body, but the funeral is still happening. So yes, this was all staged. Kyoshiro was absolutely in on this, you guys. We flash over to Abyssal Town where we have a bunch of the Straw Hats. Yes, Nami gets her revenge on Sanji, whacks him upside the head a bunch of times. It's a hilarious panel. Sanji's completely swollen. He got that punishment for looking at Nami naked, you guys. We knew it was going to happen. We knew it was coming. We've seen it tons of times here. But what's important here is Shinobu just shows tons of emotion, and she's really talking about how this is not a game. This is really important what's happening here, this chaos that's going on. I can't believe this ankle tattoo has leaked and people know about this and the symbol. And then La starts to get aggressive towards her, and there's a little bit of a commotion here. La looks like he's about to just take her out. But it's really fishy and a little bit suspicious of La here in that he wants to protect his crew so badly. He basically, at the start of Wano, says, if anyone gets captured, like, you will lay down your life and die. And now Bippo and a few of his crew members got captured, and he's like, I'm going to save them. I'm heading off. We're taking them out. We got to save these guys. So it's weird to see how he acts towards his own crew versus the Straw Hats, and it kind of shows that he's not a full ally right now. I absolutely do think that La will be an ally by the end of Wano completely, but I still think there's a little bit of a waning alliance going on right there with La and the Straw Hats. Additionally, during their meeting in Abyssal Town, apparently Tonoyasu, this exciting guy that was meeting up with Zoro way back towards the beginning of the Wano arc here, apparently could hear them all talking from outside the this abandoned house that they're in. So he storms in and he's like, oh my gosh, Shinobu, holy crap, Kanjiro. So he just recognizes them instantly here. So Tonoyasu apparently is going to be a part of this alliance and essentially this war. He's talking about how he's excited for this final war to finally be here. So in the final panels of this awesome chapter, yes, it was super short, but we get some interaction between Zoro and Komurasaki and Otoko. And it's kind of funny here. We have Zoro just being a badass like always. He wakes up and he's like, where's that guy? Where are my swords? Jumps up. He's got this big wound. Komurasaki grabs his arm and she's like, no, you can't, but grabs his wounded arm. So we get a little bit of bonding here. It's really interesting. People are curious to see if Zoro will end up getting with Komurasaki, or if maybe they could end the Wano arc and it could kind of be like this relationship that's formed, kind of like how we saw Sanji with Pudding during the Whole Cake Island arc here. So interested to see how that will play out. But essentially what's really important is, quickly she gives a background on Gayukumara, the guy covering the bridge, and apparently he's always on this bridge, and as people pass, he steals their weapons and fights them here. But what's more important is she opens up to Zoro, and she actually says, I'm going to be honest with you, Orochi is after me, and I am Komurasaki, and my brother is Momonosuke. So really excited to see how Zoro reacts to this. She just straight up drops it. Everyone was not sure if Komurasaki was Hiyori Kozuki this whole time, but yes, she is this character. So we finally get the absolute confirmation from Oda. I've been super excited for it. I've been a believer for a long time, you guys. I absolutely love it. I thought this was a great chapter. It was very short here, but I think Oda did a great job kind of portraying future alliances. I love the Kyoshiro aspect added into this. I personally do think that Kyoshiro could be the person that they think is a traitor amongst their group, and it was actually him that figured it out when he slashed Komurasaki in Orochi's den area at that time. So I think that Kyoshiro is now rounding up all the people with this crescent moon tattoo, and he's actually going to bring them to the alliance and bring them to this final battle. And he's actually a good guy, you guys. What do you think? I'd love to hear from you. Do you think it's a little fishy how Law acted with his crew member compared to how he's been acting with the Straw Hats recently? Are we a little suspicious of Law or not here? I'd love to hear from you guys. Smash that subscribe button. I love making this content. I'm going to keep cranking it out for you guys. Thank you so much and have a great day.